Grand Hampton with final instructions.
Let's go, baby.
And we're underway. Georgia Tech controls the opening tap. Cormac Ryan almost turned it over again. Davis had an opening for a minute, creates his own and knocks down the three. R.J. Davis.
The most gifted guards we have in the game of basketball on the collegiate level.
Another freshman for Georgia Tech, Dungo, getting his first bucket of the night. Seth Trimble has checked in for Hubert Davis, so too has Jalen Withers. When Withers played for Louisville last year, he went 19 and 13 against Georgia Tech, and Armando Bacot doing work on the baseline. Hubert Davis imploring
every possession. Hubert Davis is yelling, "Get the ball up the court!" Wow.
And one.
Baby, it's not about Jersey guards, RD. I mean, this is what he's so good at doing. Harrison Ingram.
He's everywhere. Washington scrambling around the bucket. He goes up strong and hammers
it. When you think about how North Carolina can win a championship, we know what their starting five could do. It's the depth of their bench. As you see a big-time drive right there on the baseline. And one of them is Mr. Washington with a strong... Oh, run it again.
Davis, Sturdivant lost his balance. Davis has some help. Bacot coming along. Armando.
Pushing the ball down the court here off the turnover. Look, he sees the big right here. He decides to slow up. Look, the big is trailing. You feed your big man. He's athletic, and please do not mistake that low-key or even-keel demeanor from Stoudamire to be not competitive. One of the most competitive guys you ever meet. I'd really love to see Miles Kelly involved in more ball screens. Him and Naithan George are really good at probing the defense off these. Good pass.
George, great feed to Claude.
You can see George off that pick and roll. Nobody come.
George's first points of the night, Jay Will. He spent a little time on the bench with a couple of fouls. Coming back in there as Tech was looking a little desperate. 7-point game, Jackets have it again. Kelly, 3-ball.
Call it, it's not a foul. And then in transition, if you're not guarding Miles Kelly, we have a problem. Georgia Tech. The playmaker on the floor is Sturdivant, and you got Naithan George. They have to create things.
How about some points from Tafara Gapari? Number 3 with 12.5 to go on the ropes. It's been that way this season. Top 10 teams 24 and 27 on the road against unranked opponents, and letting it fly is Debo Coleman. That's now a half dozen. Kelly trying to find a man, and Trimble has it. Georgia Tech gets back on defense. Great Euro step by Seth Trimble.
Silky. This young man was brought off the bench for a spark, and hopefully he just gave the Tar Heel ones with one big-time transition bucket. Get them in the right sets. I think Naithan George can be that. Miles Kelly, even though their best offensive player, needs to be that as well.
I would say the veteran Kyle Sturdivant has been that tonight.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. You go one way, I'll go the other. That's a bucket.
Here's George again. Another good pass to Claude, who just muscled his way in. Had a chance for a 3-point play for Tyjon Claude.
So good at this high pick and roll. Look at Claude with his hands. Look at him providing a target. Armando Bacot, if you're standing up, he cracks into him.
Davis into the paint, draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. R.J. Davis.
Big time play. You see he trails him on the pin down. He keeps him on his back, kind of leans back, jumps into him. A foul over the top.
Bacot trying to get the handle inside. Trimble driving.
To that defense, and that is absolutely the right call. Avoids the contact. Gapari
to a 3-point lead as we hit the 4-minute mark. Davis strong. R.J. Davis.
Davis with a quiet 26, but look at the change of speeds right there. Shift the gear, boom! And then he finds a way to attack that gap. Now look at this angle. This is what smaller guards.
5 of 25 from the floor. Kyle Sturdivant. Hey, call bank. Friendly nighttime banking hours.
Little shuffle beforehand. That's a 3-point shot. also the irrational confidence to take that three off the dribble.
George, a little space. Tough shot, hand on it by Claude. R.J. Davis beats everybody to the ball, uses the body, and puts the heels on top.
He hunts down the 50-50 ball right here. Now look, Calipari's there. He banks it to him first, throws him off balance. That's
now the shot clock at 5. George drives, goes in, scores! Takes on top, 7.7.
It puts him in a situation where he has to guard a dynamic guard, and what a shot with the left hand.
Seth Trimble will inbound the ball. Gets it to Bacot.
Wow.
They're handing it to R.J. Davis. Davis for the lead. The tip, it's over!
He got fouled.
Did they call the foul?